What
Ethan.
is poppin', everybody, and welcome to a wonderful episode 275 of the Good Kraken podcast. I'm one of your hosts today, Ernell Pearson, alongside, fuck it, the crackhead. It is Devin Brevin, the dude.
Thought about it and still sent it, dude.
I was like, yeah, fuck it, dude. For this week, he's the crackhead. You know what I'm saying? I'll have something better figured out by next week. I promise. I promise you. Promise you.
I'm gonna
Devin,
slap the shit out of you.
how are you doing on this nice, chilly, frozen Portland Saturday morning, my good sir?
I'm doing okay. Actually. You know, made myself some steak, eggs, and potatoes this morning.
Steak,
Shit was
eggs,
fire.
and taters?
Yeah. Taters?
Steak,
What
eggs,
are
potato-
taters?
Taters.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I hate that. I hate
So-
that. this guy had his five word breakfast right off the cuff, ready for us. DJ, can you believe
Oh
that
yeah,
shit?
dude. I put cilantro and spinach and white onion with them golden potatoes, and I put some Himalayan sea salt on that shit with some cracked pepper and some red chili pepper flakes. And then I just on the steak, I just went butter, salt, and pepper. That's it. You know, on the steak, just And then I fried up 2 eggs just over easy. Shit was fire. Shit was fire.
Anyways, we have our steaky boy, the other one. You know what I'm saying? It is
Other one.
our man, our myth, our legend. It is twitch.tv's DJ Simplex. DJ, I know that you're kind of suffering a little bit down south because apparently it's a little cold
little
down
bit.
there comparatively than usual. But how are you on this Saturday, DJ?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. I just woke up. I'm after this about to head to get a haircut. So,
Hey yo, okay.
I'm doing good.
Mm. We always love getting a fresh fade.
Mm.
Mhm.
Fresh faded the fuck up. You know what I'm saying I'm realizing that my mustache, I haven't shaved in a little while. Well, my mustache is in good curling length. It's a good curling length right now. Curl that bad boy again. I used to do it all the time. We could curl this bad boy
Yeah.
up and just fucking keep it dapper, if you will. Mostly when I had my dreadlocks still, but after I shaved those bad boys off, I was like, I don't need to be curling anymore. You know what I'm saying? I curl enough for the gym because it's fucking arm day, baby. Let's go, DJ. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, DJ. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, yeah.
You act like I don't go to the gym, which you know is
This fucking
false.
guy. This guy trying to act like he ever does arm day. You know what I'm saying, DJ? Tell him.
Yeah. Doesn't do arm day at all, dude.
Never
This
arm
guy
day.
doesn't work as a
I
bouncer at all.
kind of have to because I
He doesn't work
bounce
as a
at
bouncer at
venues
all,
in
dude.
Portland.
He's just 100% leg day every time. Every time. He just looks like a T-Rex. He's shaped like a T-Rex, dude. He's just big ass juicy thighs. He's
Yo, speaking of that,
Mm.
I was playing DayZ this morning with a couple homies,
Okay.
and
As you do.
we're playing on this modded server. It's called Jurassic Isle, and they modded a bunch of shit to be like Jurassic Park. So there's like over 80 different kinds of dinosaur species that they put into the game that just wander and spawn, and they act like whether they're like carnivorous or like herbivores or omnivores. They like act
Gesundheit.
to their to like their species and stuff like that. I was running around through the jungle trying to get to A to B,
Uh-huh.
and then I started hearing this art 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 like that noise that the velociraptors make
Oh yeah.
to like communicate.
Thing.
Yeah, I start
for sure.
hearing that from like a direction behind me. So I take out my fucking 308 M14 and I look over there and I'm like, if it's like one, I'm just gonna blast it. I'm gonna start blasting, right? And I see like 5 of those motherfuckers just like running. They're like down low and they're like running, and I'm like, what? So I ran in and I got up into like a little hunting stand, and they're circling the hunting stand that I'm standing in, and I'm like, I don't know if I have enough ammo to kill all these.
My boy came in like a drill rapper. He said, I heard barking, so I pulled up my 380.
308? No, my 308, dog.
Pulled that 308 out. And then,
But like, also, when the T-Rex is around,
Mm.
you hear like a siren, like a tornado warning, and the T-Rex is like massive. Like, it doesn't matter even if you go to on top of the buildings in that game, because those motherfuckers can just chomp you right off the top of the building. It's crazy, dude.
Man, but speaking of chomping it on the top of a building, you can chomp it with us today, because today we got lots of fun stuff, because this is a Good Kraken podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and soon have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea.
Impediabond, and it means
I put my dick in a bag of Doritos.
Okay. My headset died. Oh, his headset died. So
Oh, whoa, you're even like clipping out too.
whoa.
Yeah.
Did his headset die?
I don't know. I'll be honest. Your microphone is just.
There you go. Here, Devin, type something out to him while I finish the intro.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Do it in Discord. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that's totally fine. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. Devin?
Prime Gaming.
And we would love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content out for all of you that are listening or watching at home. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, click that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. You can also support us by subscribing to our Twitch, here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken shows that we can maybe buy DJ. Maybe buy DJ his own.
I think he needs to restart.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Here, we'll fix that. There we go. So that maybe we can buy DJ a replacement headset. Because apparently that is needed. Or maybe not.
No,
Maybe
I think it's something going on with whatever he uses to do all this sound.
Gotcha. Which
Yeah,
is,
people need to stop depending on OBS to run all their sound and cameras, because I think OBS is starting to fuck up.
no, OBS is fine. OBS is okay. I mean, it's
Well,
been
to be like your primary like mixer to run into everything.
oh,
you know?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he does. I think he uses Banana, like we were when we first started. Yeah, I think he uses that. But either way, Devin,
banana.
we have some captain's orders, my friend. Guys, so please, again, reminder to you all, get ready for fucking February, because we got some real cool shit that we're cooking up, Devin. Give him a little cook motion. Cook with me. Cook with me here. Yeah, there we go. Stir that motherfucking pot. Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. I'm gonna do it like I did this morning. Fork, steak, flip.
Yeah, there you go. Fork, steak, flip. That's that, hey, that could arguably be a good band name. Fork, steak, flip. I mean,
There used to be a band called Front Flip. That's cool. Fucking.
I bet were they a hardcore band? That sounds like a hardcore
Yeah,
band.
they
ass
were,
name.
they
Yeah,
were.
dude, that sounds about right.
There also used to be a band from Spokane called 2x4.
Dude, I remember them. That band was ill, dude. That band was hard as fuck. Yeah, dude. And then we have Steak Sauce Mustache. Which,
I played so many shows with that band.
love those guys. Taylor is my fucking boy. I love Taylor.
They have the wildest shows. I love Brett, their guitarist.
Oh yeah,
He's a
good
good
dude.
human.
Good dude. Anyways, also our gameplay last night of the finals. We're gonna be uploading that to YouTube tonight, so that will be live on YouTube tomorrow morning, everybody. So if you're needing some gameplay content, and you missed our stream last night, you'll be able to catch that over at youtube.com/goodkraken.
Ernell's excited because he got a win. What
Dude,
witnessed
we
that
got 3 wins, man. Yeah, it was.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we got 3 wins after you dipped. We got 2 more, and the 2 that we got after that win, fucking clutched it. We clutched the shit out of it. The second
Dude,
one,
that game's fun.
the
That
second
game's
one
so
was
fun.
all Garrick, dude. All Garrick.
Yeah.
Like Garrick chose to like res me instead of going for the steal. And when he res me, I just started swinging with my fucking hammer. So he got the steal and we got the win with like seconds fucking left, dude.
Dude, I primarily play as the heavy class too, and you can get a bubble shield as an item.
Yeah,
Yes,
man,
and
I
I
love
used
that
the
so bad.
shit out of that.
I do like the barricades though. Using the barricades is nice. Anyways, we're
Yeah.
not talking about the final save. You guys can catch
I'm
that.
stoked that all the tips I gave you, like I saw you implementing them right away, and you notice like how much better it got.
Well, the
for
thing
you.
is too is like before you even jumped in there, I was kind of going in very timid with some things. And once Garrick and DJ were kind of like, no, just like actually play like a tank. And I was kind of like, okay, bet. And they were like, play as a tank. And then anytime we're going for objective, just fucking wreck shop. And I was like, bet. And so like every match after that, I would just like leap my ass in and just start wreaking fucking havoc. And from that point forward, along with the tips that you made, I was kind of like, okay, like money. I'm getting that. I'm picking that the fuck up. So let's go.
And
Anyways.
like anytime you need to get cover in that game too, and you start getting shot at by a bunch of people, just literally shoulder charge into a building and turn it off right away. It just gets you immediately in cover.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. Anyways,
Yeah.
we're not talking about that. You guys can catch that on youtube.com/Kraken show tomorrow morning for all the juicy info. Without any further ado though, Devin, please tell the people at home what we're doing next.
Listen, it's really cold out there today. Everybody better grab their scarves. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta protect your neck. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in the gallows.
The gallows. Thank you, Devin, for your very scarfy comparison.
Spoiler alert, I don't have a scarf.
That's not surprising. I feel like scarves are beneath you. I don't think I've ever seen you wear a scarf in my years of knowing you.
I just have jackets that zip up all the way here.
Right. Yeah. No need for a scarf at that point. You know what I'm saying? I used to wear a scarf because they work really well with peacoats. They look great with peacoats. But I can't find peacoats that fit my big, juicy, voluptuous body anymore. So unfortunately, I can't wear them.
I just don't wear peacoats. Too hipster for me.
This is the guy with the rolled up beanie. I hate you. Anyways, guys, today for the gallows, we are talking all about Disney Plus's brand new Marvel show, Echo. That's right, baby. We're getting a chance to finally dive in here. Maya Lopez's ruthless behavior in New York City catches up with her in her hometown. She must face her past and reconnect with her Native American roots and embrace the meaning of family and community. Family. You know what, Devin? That actually is... That works. I feel like that worked a lot better than we're giving it credit for. Because this movie kind of gives a little bit of Fast and the
It's not a
Furious.
movie.
Or show, excuse me, show.
It's a special presentation.
Oh my god, this fucking guy.
It's a Marvel Spotlight.
Thank you, Napoleon. I didn't realize I needed that explanation. Thank you, sir. Anyways,
The first Spotlight, actually.
it is the first Spotlight. Actually, you are correct. You are correct there, my friend. Guys, looking at here, released January 9th, 2024. Directed by Sydney Freeland and Catriona McKenzie. Sydney is known for directing things like Reservation Dogs, a variety of episodes in these following shows, but Reservation Dogs, Fear the Walking Dead, Grey's Anatomy, and much more. And then Catriona is an Indigenous Australian woman that has been known for things like The Walking Dead and How to Get Away with Murder, along with a variety of other shows as well. The music has been done by Dave Porter, who has worked on things like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and The Disaster Artist. Fucking wonderful, wonderful stuff. Oh no, did Devin freeze? I feel like Devin froze. I have a gut feeling here. Oh god, he did. Oh God, he did. I'm gonna have to continue on my fucking own here. Yeah, you got a power surge too. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Anyways, I'll go ahead and continue on with you guys so that we can just keep the show moving until Devin gets back here. So I'll kind of put this right here in the middle. Let's see. Budget of $40 million and a box office that's not available, obviously, because this is a show. With a runtime of these episodes being anywhere from 34 minutes to 49 minutes. So that is a wonderful runtime there. I'm sure we'll get a chance to talk about the runtime here in a second. The Bechdel test is a measurement of representation of women and in film and other fiction. The test asks whether a work features at least two women who talk to each other about something other than a man for more than 1 minute in screen time. Every listeners, because Devin, I think, is just kind of here right now. There he is on his phone.
Yeah, dude. We just had a power surge and it restarted our router.
Yeah, I just giving you a second. Okay, that's cool. That works.
Yeah.
That works for me. That works for me. Turn your phone sideways. It'll fill up your screen better.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, there you go.
I gotta. Is this good? Actually,
turn it sideways. Turn it sideways.
Here,
there you
I
go. That's better.
Spot to put it.
There you go,
all right.
sir.
How's it going, guys?
Let's go. We're problem solvers around here, dude. That's fucking great. Does Echo pass the Bechdel test? Yes, it absolutely does. Some fun facts for you guys here. Actually, let me go ahead and get back to our regular screen. There we go. Some fun facts for you guys. This is the first MCU series to follow the binge release model similar to Netflix's, meaning a whole season will be released at once instead of the traditional cable style weekly release strategy. It was actually real nice to have that. I think we can all agree it was pretty convenient for us to be able to just have it all available for us to access instead of having to wait right off the cuff. Alakwa Cox is the first disabled actress to play a titular leading character in a Marvel Studios production. She was born deaf, just like the character in the original comics, and has a prosthetic leg. And in case anybody at home did not know, the woman who played her mother in this show, let me actually pull up her name. I want to make sure she gets her credit where credit is due. God damn it, why is she not in the goddamn immediate credits? Because she's a side character. That's why, these fuckers. Let's see here. Danny McCallum, she was also born deaf. So it's actually cool that they were able to find people that were perfectly suited for that. The first MCU TV series to be rated TVMA, that is TV mature, and to debut both on Hulu and on Disney Plus simultaneously. So that's fucking wild that they're releasing these on Hulu and Disney every once in a while.
Well, I think all the mature stuff is going to release that way moving forward, because Disney owns Hulu as well. So
right. Let's see here. Go ahead.
Because if you notice, like, a lot of the Fox stuff is on there too.
Mm-hmm.
All over Hulu. So
it feels good, man.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that accessibility, I feel like. Hawkeye 2021 directing duo Burt and Bertie Elwood choose not to work on this series, saying, quote, "We love the character of Echo, but the Native American story of her, in our opinion, should really be told by someone in that community." Good call. Yeah. Because both Sydney and Catriona, both being Indigenous women, you can tell worked out for the better in this show. And then lastly here, the production hit several snags along the way. Original series writers Ethan and Emily Cohen were swapped out for writer Marion Dare, who would later reveal that Marvel had originally rushed the show into production, with Dare saying there was, quote, "not enough time for the writing." In May 2023, the show was reported to have been initially deemed unreleasable, quote unquote, which allegedly led to reshoots of most of the series and the episode count decreasing to only 5 installments instead of the original 8 that were planned. Interesting.
I thought it flowed pretty well. Honestly, I'm not complaining about there being 5 episodes. It just felt like an elongated movie.
For sure. Fair enough. Well, with that said, actually, Devin, we can get a chance for you to dive into it, my friend. Devin, what were your top level thoughts of Disney Plus's Echo?
Inclusion. They doubled down on inclusion. They doubled down on ASL. There were so many characters who presented ASL in this show, which you don't really see in media in any way, really. I think the most you see of ASL in media is like people that are translating to ASL.
Right.
That's what you see most of the time. So I thought that was really cool. I thought the casting was really good, actually. I mean, it almost feels like she was made to be Maya. You know what I mean? Like 100%, like was
Yeah.
made to be Maya. The choreography was actually pretty good. It wasn't as cut fight scenes as we would see in a lot of other MCU projects. It was very fluid, and I think they took a lot of inspiration from like the Netflix Daredevil series and tried to emulate the
Oh no. Oh
one
no.
moment when she's what's going on.
Oh, you froze up for a minute. Go ahead. You're good now.
Okay. Um, and there was one moment in a fight scene. I'm not going to talk about which character it was. It's probably like one of the most fun scenes in the show. Um, and Maya's fighting this person, and she's doing this roundhouse kick, right? And then she grabs her
Yeah,
leg
like stalls
and
it, right? Yeah,
and
dude.
then does it to hit the person, and I love how they translated that because he went to block, right? Like anticipating the move, and then as soon as he stopped blocking, she let go, and it was just like it was like a slingshot. Um, it was so interesting. And it was just good choreography. There were some people complaining. They're like, it's not like the Daredevil hallway scene. I'm like, dude, nothing is going to be like the Daredevil hallway scene. Like nothing. You know what I
Oh
mean? That
man.
that scene is its scene. And you know what that scene was modeled after? It's modeled after a South Korean movie called Old Boy. Okay,
Yeah,
so like,
right.
so and nothing is going to live up to that scene. Let's be real. Not even the Daredevil scene. Um, so all those neckbeards out there complaining about it, sit the fuck down and enjoy it. you know,
For sure, man.
because I've seen the forums, I've seen the comments, and it is annoying.
It is, dude.
It's
I
like,
mean, there's a lot of conversation that's been going around saying that they really, really did not like the choreography in this show, and I feel like the choreography was some of the better parts of this show. I'm like
yeah,
flabbergasted that people were at all feeling some kind of way about that. Because if there's anything in this show that shines
100%.
out outside of like the representation, and I'm sure we'll dive into that here in a minute. Oh yeah, he's switching over. I'm sure that we'll dive into the representation here in a minute, but the choreography is definitely like a shining light in this show comparatively to any problems that someone would have. I'm fucking shocked that that is the conversation around it in like any real capacity.
Yeah, 100%. And I thought the writing was actually really good. I think in with everything that we've had through phase 4 and phase 5 so far, I feel like this shines out, especially for that ground level story. So
Yeah.
I think that ground level story building that they're doing in the MCU right now is going to be one of the stronger parts of the MCU moving forward, but not only just because of the writers that they're getting attached to this, and how thoughtful they are being about the story they're trying to tell, with the lead up, but it's so much more relatable, you know.
Right.
It's easier to relate with these characters, and it's ground level being more grounded, of course. It's more grounded in reality, right? Like, yes, there's still powers. Yes, there's people with, that with magical items and stuff like that within the MCU that are involved in this universe, you know. And I think with the inclusion of them finally confirming officially that all the Netflix shows, the Defenders series, all of that is now canon to the 616 timeline, all of
Yeah.
it, which just makes it better, right? Because now we know where this can go and what they can do with it. and it makes me more hopeful for with Daredevil Born Again coming as well. And this show is a direct setup for that show as well, without giving anything away. I mean, it's if you're a Marvel fan in any way, you already can assume that just by seeing that they made an Echo show and knowing the relations between Echo and Daredevil.
Yeah.
You know, and knowing that Wilson Fisk is part of this, you know, it's yeah, I really enjoyed the show. I thought the writing was good. I thought the cinematography was good. I liked that dark feeling. They definitely emulated the Netflix cinematography. So it's cool to have those different that separation of what all these shows are doing, right? They're all connected in a way, but they all have their different styles, right?
Yeah.
You got the happy go fun lucky Avengers, you got the cosmic realm, you got the grounded level, which we know Spider-Man's going to be in now. So we're probably going to see Echo and Daredevil in the next Spider-Man movie. Shit, we might even get John Bernthal going after Spidey like you do in the cartoons and comics. You know, like that would be cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed the show. The whole cast did a good job. There wasn't anybody I could complain about in this, honestly. I enjoyed it. It felt like a long movie. It could be a little longer. The finale could have had a little bit more bombacious resolution to it, you know, with it being Marvel. But at the same time, this is a story about knowing who this character is, where they came from, what they dealt with, what made them who they are, and where they're going to go moving forward.
For sure, man. Yeah, I do wholeheartedly agree. I think that I do actually really enjoy the show. They did a lot of things really, really great in this. The writing is actually surprisingly so. The writing is like some of the best that we've gotten in any of the Marvel TV shows so far, to be completely honest. The dialogue feels for the most part believable, although, you know, lack thereof, if you will, because the
But
ASL,
in such a good way, though.
they were very, very creative in how they were going about the communication of Maya being deaf, and all these people around her that know she's deaf, knowing ASL, and how they were like going about communicating with each other with that said. And so it, like how they handled the dialogue in this was, I feel, thoroughly impressive. The writing was very creative. There's obviously some things that I was a little bit iffy on, like there's some people that cause listen, right? There are some things that I look at Marvel and I'm kind of like, all right, I'm going to suspend some disbelief here. But one of the things that I was struggling real hard with was Maya's gone for 20 years and all these people perfectly remember ASL. Like,
Yeah,
to me that felt a little bit weird.
Thing. The only thing I can think of with that though is like her grandma and grandpa, like they grew up with, like they raised a child who was deaf.
Right, for sure.
So like, and from what I know about you know, families in the native you know, res space, because I don't look like it, but I do have lots of family that live on res. They keep a tight knit community, and the things that they learn, they teach to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, ASL, it was probably a big family thing that they were just making sure that people knew how to do and communicate.
I will say too, the disbelief that I suspended there was sort of like in my head canon, like thinking of it, that a lot of people, like, even when they're not having to use ASL, will still sometimes use sign language when they're speaking to people that aren't deaf, because they're so used to doing it all the time. So I could definitely imagine where like the grandma and grandpa were continuing on using it long after, you know, obviously Maya's mom had passed away, and Maya, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. If you think about like the process of it, they've been doing it for decades already. You know?
Right. And so like for me, I was just like telling myself, like, okay, like it can make sense. It can make sense in this. Biscuit, on the other hand. I do not.
I love Biscuit though. I love Biscuit.
I gave him some forgiveness because I fucking love that character, even though he is super goofy, and I honestly don't think he needed to be in this show. Oh no, Devin,
is it
fucking
you? No. Was it me? Because you froze on my end, and my internet signal was great. I actually checked my ping in Discord.
Yeah, my ping's okay.
I have 35. All right. Just so everybody knows, we've talked about it a little bit. We are having one of the craziest windy winter storms we've ever had here in the Pacific Northwest. We are having wind speeds of 50 miles an hour constant. So we're doing the best we can to record this content for you guys, so please be patient with us here. We are going to try to get this done and wrapped up for you guys, just so you guys can get a good idea of how we're feeling about the show, and so that we can generally move on and continue on and get ourselves prepared for the potential ice storm that's going to happen. Well, actually, not potential, impending. It's actually happening now.
It's happening. It's for sure fucking happening.
Cardboard King in chat. It's cold as fuck, but I'ma still walk the Safeway for some Gatorade.
Thankfully, his Safeway's not too far from him. So
what flavor are you getting? You getting red or you getting blue?
No, dude, he's getting that limon pepino, dog. That's
dude, that shit's fire.
Love that shit, dude. Fucking
people try to tell me that shit's gross, and I'm like, cucumber and lime? What? What is wrong with you?
Fools, dude. I had people tell me
it is the most
ages.
Refreshing Gatorade in existence. Cherry Glacier, the white one.
Good choice.
Yep.
Good choice.
That is the best Powerade. That is the best Powerade. That one in Green Squall.
That is the one that he asked me to get for him the most. So that's okay. That's okay. Anyways, this show is surprisingly good. I did have a very, very good time with the show. I do have some grievances. I did feel that the finale was extremely rushed.
That's what I said. It wasn't like for everything that they like built up to. It wasn't bombacious enough for the story that it was building, right?
Yeah. I don't necessarily think that it wasn't bombacious. I feel like that it was leading in a very good direction, and the way they go about, the powwow itself and like everything, how it unfolds from there. Because again, spoiler free here. I feel like that there was more that could have been given, because we see that moment with Fisk and her near the end there, and it like we go to that moment and it's happening. We're like, oh fuck, like this is a big moment, dude, because we watched Daredevil. We watched Punisher. We watched all those shows involving Wilson Fisk, and having this sort of come home to moment, or where we're not just diving into Echo as a character, we're now diving into Kingpin, and what that means for the greater experience that we had when we watched Daredevil for the first time. This was an important moment, and it sort of felt like it just kind of came and went. And like I did like that they nailed it with the like, what did you do moment, but then like it went from that to just the next thing, him leaving, pretty much, right? And like and to me it kind of like it just went really, really fast. And I probably would have liked it better if they sat there for a while longer and had this sort of like more in-depth conversation between Echo and Fisk, to sort of like get her to say like, you like, I know how you feel. I can relate to what your experience is, because Fisk is obviously a super fucking hurt dude. He's a very hurt fucking dude.
And I love the way that they brought all that over from Daredevil, and they didn't do the generic crime boss Kingpin. They did the emotionally damaged, fucked up in the head Kingpin.
And they doubled down on it here. Which
makes him such a good villain and character too.
Oh, dude, Vincent D'Onofrio is so fucking good as Kingpin. And unreal, dude.
This has been officially announced by Vincent and Kevin officially on the social spaces. They are setting up Kingpin to be the Thanos level threat in the grounded MCU,
which makes the most sense. That makes the most sense.
He is that grounded threat. I'm just wondering if they're gonna ever put like MCU 616 touch on him, and like somehow he gets strong enough to fight Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Because we did kind of see that power level up in Hawkeye, right?
A little bit, yeah.
He ripped the door off.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
they-
so
they-
I'm
they
wondering
did-
if it's gonna go further into that, because I want our Fisk to be able to fuck up a hero like he does in every other Marvel capacity.
Right.
But I still, like we see it with, granted this is animated, this is Sony, but like the way that he goes toe to toe with Miles, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
The way that he kills Peter,
Right,
in
right.
the beginning of, that movie's old enough now. We can talk about that.
Yeah, that's okay. If you guys haven't watched that shit yet, you're doing yourself
Yeah,
a
you're
disservice
fucking up
anyways.
super hard. There's so much more to that story. That's like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like I'm glad to see them going that route with these characters. And they do it with Echo too. They altered a couple things about her power set, which actually makes a lot of sense too.
Which actually was going to kind of go into what I was going to talk about next. So I think that one of the coolest things about the show, and it's a thing that you mentioned earlier, was the representation in this. And I think I appreciate it on multiple different levels, being an indigenous Maori man, being hard of hearing myself, as people, might know, I have to wear hearing aids. And so having that be represented in such a real way in this show felt phenomenal. And I think they really, really, really doubled down on trying to make sure that people understood, like, that they weren't overdoing it. They weren't overstaying their welcome. The being deaf was just present. Like, they didn't make that completely a plot point. It was just present. It was how people were communicating with her. And then when they did make it a plot device with the contact thing, that was one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen in regards to ASL shit, man. Like, that was so fucking dope.
That was super cool. I like sat there for a second. I was like, Forza? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Pretty much,
But,
man. No.
I did want to say what was also cool. This is on the ASL thing, and I think we glanced over this, or at least I did earlier when I was talking about this. The way that they got people to communicate with her who did not know ASL, and the way that she sat there and figured it out, like, and you see it in her face, like, hey, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna fuck shit up, and then she went, oh,
Yeah, and
you
she
know
was
what I
like,
mean?
All right, I guess. Like,
yeah. All right, you know what I mean?
But I do also love too that, like, they made it where she couldn't understand everybody. Like, they like, there was moments where, like, they would say something and she's like, I can't hear you. And they were like, oh fuck, okay, which is so cool because they could have went in a direction where she just knows how to lip read everybody, because like sometimes Marvel does shit like that. But her just being like, no, dude, I can't fucking hear you. And they're like, oh fuck, that's right, is a really, really cool moment, because even people in real life sometimes forget that their friends are deaf. So like, it's very easy to forget that, because that perception of, like, as a person who can hear, you don't always think about, like, oh, that person in front of me can't hear, because you were not always around people that can't hear, And so, like, something like that felt real. And everything to do with the ASL stuff, the hard of hearing stuff, the deaf stuff, everything about the Native American culture stuff was fucking awesome. Like, the fact that the entire finale is done at a powwow, and they had people, actual Native American folks, come out and do, like, an actual powwow celebration for this filming, was even more fucking awesome. So like, everything that had sort of revolved around the cultural aspects behind this character, even though apparently none of the actors or anything were actually Choctaw, they still were putting that nation on the map in a very real way, that I feel like, as someone has seen representation in a lot of different movies in a lot of different ways, I can see a kid who was from Choctaw Nation watching the show and being like, that's fucking tight. That's fucking tight. Now, unfortunately, I don't have enough knowledge within me or within around me to know if they actually represented that specific tribe well enough in the designs and stuff. But from what I understand, they did do a good job.
So
Devin, if you have any notes,
that the cave in the very beginning, that is a true ancestral story that they have for how their people came into existence on the plains of North America. That is an actual ancestral story that they translated very well. That is a real thing in real life. So I really, really liked that they did that. Obviously, they put their little twist on it, right?
Yeah, them being like powered, shit like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But that is a real story that they translated, and I think that's specifically why they wanted to make sure people of heritage were involved in this show. It's similar to like how we watch, Prey.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's kind of what it felt like. The representation was done well enough comparatively to something like Prey that we felt that like we weren't just watching something that was about Native Americans. We were watching something that was about Native Americans, specifically about that nation.
Yeah.
And because
and you
that's
know what?
very
You know what's
important.
cool though?
Yes.
Made by Hulu, which is also owned by Disney. Surprisingly, Disney is actually paying attention and giving respect to Native American culture, which I think is an oxymoron in itself.
Yeah, no, it is. They do not do that typically very well, which is why it's like it feels refreshing in here. And I want to make sure that we point out too that as an indigenous person of another country, what I do know and understand from Native Americans' point of view is that it's very, very important to specify the respect you're putting on that one single tribe. If you're going to spotlight that nation, you need to spotlight it correctly. You can't be spotlighting it and then using Blackfoot fucking costumes and Tillamook fucking dances or Yakima fucking dances in the middle of this powwow when it's supposed to be for the Choctaw people. And that stuff is very, very fucking important for Native Americans.
Like my tribe comes from Eastern Territories,
right?
So I'm Eastern Cherokee. So yeah.
And so I feel like that again. I don't have enough knowledge, so I don't know exactly how deep they went into this stuff. And I hope that someone who might be listening or watching this, please give us your input if you do have some relations to Native American heritage in one way or another. Please let us know, because we do want to know how directly they hit the nail on the head, or whether it was a big miss and some things like that. Because we don't want to be out here saying like, oh yeah, they put respect on the name, and we don't have that place to really say that. So please correct us if you will. With that said, as far as critiquing the show itself, again, I do feel like that this show is one of the best Marvel Disney Plus shows thus far. Even though the finale felt a little bit rushed, and even though I do kind of feel like they could have done with another episode of content in some way or another. I feel like that there was more levity that could have been brought to us to kind of sort of tie things off the bow in some way or another. There's some areas that I felt that we should have sort of spent a little bit more time on, but I can only fault the show so much on that, because as we, how we're talking about earlier, the show went through a little bit of production hell, and so it's not surprising that things got a little bit rushed there near the ending. However, the rest of the show is so good that I almost don't even care, because
that first episode I think is one of the best premieres I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think they did an incredible job of that, especially with the guy being present in that episode, and them doing the choreography for that fight to look the same as the Daredevil ones was so fucking genius in how they pulled that off, dude.
Your loyalty to the king, or remain loyal to the king.
He said your loyalty to the king is
appreciated.
Is appreciated, and then the fucking gun, dude. It
shows that's the line leading into a scene that's in the original trailer. So the way he just pops it out, just pink.
Dude, and here's the thing actually that I wanted to ask you to kind of tie things off here. So this is our first real TVMA Marvel show. right? I know
Yeah.
that Werewolf by Night was teetering some stuff there.
Well, they did the colorized version of it was definitely way more violent.
for sure.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
was. Do you feel, because I had some weird thoughts in regards to this being TVMA, because I feel like it barely was TVMA.
Yeah,
in my
I
opinion.
think it was more so the language and the vocabulary that was pushed that made it more TVMA. But I will say there was one very specific scene in the roller rink that was TVMA as fuck.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was the scene that really pushed it into that boundary, you know. I'll say this: by no means is this show gory. It has some realism when it comes to blood. It does. But they didn't do it over the top or anything like, like they did with the Kingpin smashing that guy's head in the car door in the show.
Yeah, and the fucking in Daredevil, yeah, dude.
I remember when I saw that, I was like, "Whoa,
dude, no, for real." I saw that shit. I was like, "Oh fuck, they're really doing it."
Yeah.
Oh shit. Dude.
Yeah.
No,
they're going evil as fuck with Kingpin, but like I think they were still playing it a little safe, right? Because they're always gonna have those fucking Karens and there's fucking Steves that are gonna complain and be like, "This is Marvel. My kids are supposed to be able to watch this." Like, bitch, go read a comic.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, no, I'm a little bit torn on it because a part of me feels like, okay, well, they did TVMA pretty well in regards to it being Marvel. But another part of me is kind of like, we've seen what TVMA, or we've seen what mature content can look like for Marvel, a la Daredevil, or Deadpool, and technically Daredevil.
Punisher.
We've seen what, yeah, Punisher. We've seen what that can look like before, and this hardly touched a note in comparison to those things. And I think a part of me would have liked it more if they would have just leaned into it heavier to make it like more of a point. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna use the same argument I used with somebody when it came to Rebel Moon. I don't think this story needs to. I don't think it needs to be rated R to convey a good story. I just think this was a good story that had a few moments in it that were too graphic to not be.
Oh,
TVMA.
for sure.
And you know what I mean?
And for
And
me,
I was comfortable with it.
For me, it felt more like because it's hardly TVMA, to me it sort of felt like the TVMA was a gimmick a little bit. And like and to keep it from being a gimmick, I would have better liked it if they had just, what the fuck's going on over there? The guy just gets up.
We have freezing rain now.
Oh, you hear the ding 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 ding. Yeah, no, that
It just like out of nowhere was just like,
yeah,
like super loud.
Yeah. No. Anyways, it just because it felt a little gimmicky. It really felt like that because they didn't lean harder on it, and I feel like I would have felt a little bit better about it if they would have doubled down in some way or another. Because like not every single episode is even TVMA, to be honest. I feel like a majority of the episodes are actually pretty fucking tame. It's maybe 2 episodes that are TVMA.
Definitely the first one.
And
definitely
then the third one with the skate rink. And then that's kind of it. The rest of the 3 episodes outside of those are pretty much conversation pieces.
Yeah.
Or character development, like.
Yeah. We know Echo's going to be in a lot more to come. We also know that Daredevil Born Again is going to be a continuation now of what the
because of the
saga is.
Post-credit scene. Yeah, gotcha.
And also Echo at the same time. So and we already know that Kevin Feige came out. He canceled the couple episodes that were already filmed, and he got more involved with the writing process and got the writer from Punisher to do Born Again. And if John Bernthal's coming back and we have the writer from Punisher on to do a Daredevil, Punisher, Echo, Wilson Fisk TV series, I'm pretty sure they're going to lean heavy into the TVMA. And I think this was just playing it safe. It feels like we're going up the stairs, right? We're going up the stairs leading to it.
Right,
exactly.
right.
And I feel like they did this on purpose to prepare people. Like, hey, the MCU is going to be more adult themed going forward here soon. And we need you guys to understand that. So we're just going to take those steps. It's not like baby steps, but it's going from like, okay, we're teenagers now, right? We're late teens,
right?
We're getting into the R-rated movies. We're testing the waters, right? That's what I feel like they're doing right now. So I although though I still thought it was done very tastefully.
It definitely was. I didn't feel like that any of the mature quote unquote stuff that they did do was distasteful. Because they definitely went there. Like Jag in chat says, sounds similar to The Boys, Gen V, and Invincible. Overall TVMA, but half the episodes of each are rated 16 plus. I wouldn't even go that far. Like Echo hardly touches the direction that The Boys goes
Gen
in,
V
or
is
Invincible.
Fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna spoil one scene right now for Gen V because it's that whole
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know what I was about to say.
Yeah, I know. Don't do it though. Don't do that.
Hey, okay. All I'm gonna say is pop.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's only one of the like 85 fucking things that happens in The Boys.
Gen V is actually like more fucked up than The Boys.
No, it is. Absolutely it is. I mean, they pretty much have a bloodbender in it. That's all you really fucking need to know, dude. It's fucking wild, man. Anyways, so with that said, Devin, we can kind of put a bow on things here. What is your score of Echo, and should people watch it right away?
Score immediately 8.5. 8.5.
Okay.
Like we said, had a couple drawbacks. It could have been like one, maybe two more episodes. Like we said, that finale was a little rushed. Inclusivity, fucking amazing. Writing, very good. It's like almost a 9, right? It's almost a 9. It's like right there. It's teetering. If you watch this show, though, I wholeheartedly say that you need to watch all of Daredevil and Punisher. Like you have to know the story of Wilson Fisk, like in my opinion.
Okay.
But that's only because I am a huge Daredevil fan. That's actually one of my favorite Marvel characters, and I think it's important to know where this has come from and where it's going. And you also need to watch Hawkeye.
For sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I do think that, again, there was a couple of things that I had some grievances with, but this is still a very good show. I don't know if it's particularly better than Loki, or if it's not particularly better than WandaVision, but it is good. And I feel that they did a lot of things right in it, especially being more of a grounded story that is focused on a new-ish character that we have not got a chance to dive into. It's a very good origin story, and that's sort of like the part that I enjoyed the most here. I don't think I necessarily agree. I don't think people particularly have to watch. Ooh, worms everywhere with the raid. Hey, worms, what's poppin'?
Yeah, we were playing Jackbox Party Pack 10 last night.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So hi everybody. We're the Good Kraken podcast. Welcome back in. For any new people, we are a podcast. We do not do a raid video or anything. But hello, welcome to the family. We love you, and we're excited to have you guys here. Right now, we are currently putting our final conversations on our review of Echo from Disney Plus, the new Marvel series here. But hello everybody. It's good to have you here. Yeah. So Devin, he gave the show an 8.5. I'm giving it an 8. I do feel like even though the show's not quite as good as, say, WandaVision or Loki, it does do a whole lot of things really, really great of being an origin story for a character that we have not spent a whole lot of time with. However, I do disagree with what you were saying earlier. I don't think people necessarily have to watch Daredevil to understand what's going on here. They do a very, very, very good job of catching us up to a lot of the story in the first episode. And they do have some disposition in it, or they have some conversations that happen in the show that do sort of help fill people in on some of the things that happened in Daredevil. I will say, though, that you might want to consider at least watching some of Hawkeye. Maybe check out some Hawkeye, because that's really where we're introduced to Echo. And you're not like they touch on it in the first episode, but like outside of that, like there's some conversation that happens regarding Echo that they don't really fill in this show that you kind of can only experience in Hawkeye, which honestly isn't a bad take, because Hawkeye is actually one of the better Disney Marvel shows. So like honestly, you should probably just watch Hawkeye.
Yeah, I think as far as Disney Plus Marvel shows go, it goes Loki, WandaVision, Echo, Hawkeye.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. I have to here. Hold on. Let me actually Disney Plus Marvel shows. Hold on. I gotta look at these in front of me on paper in order for me to feel like if I agree with you or not.
On an LED screen.
on my 1440p 140 hertz monitor here. Okay, so Echo, Loki, Secret Invasion, What If, WandaVision, Moon Knight, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah, there's Moon
Falcon
Knight.
the Winter Soldier, I Am Groot. I know Devin loved that one. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Jessica Jones, Agent Carter, Defenders, Daredevil, Iron Fist, Inhumans, Punisher, Luke Cage, and then a bunch of animated shit.
I was talking about the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I know. That's why I said like and some animated shit after that. Yeah, maybe.
Moon Knight is really good.
Maybe Echo is, because the one that I'm like, maybe there's a different third would maybe be Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah,
because Miss Marvel's really good. Miss Marvel's really good.
Actually, I would actually put Miss Marvel even over WandaVision, if I'm going to be honest.
I can't wait for us to get finished with us doing our like ranked like MCU reviews for the phases, because after we're done doing the movies, we're gonna be compiling the shows into that listing, and I'm very excited to see where we add the shows into.
Did we do phase 2 yet?
Yeah, we did phase 2. We're currently waiting for phase 3, which actually should be coming in March is when we should be doing it. But yeah, I mean it's Yeah, I'm gonna say Miss Marvel's third. I would put Echo as fourth, though. I would put Echo as fourth.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that means that the official GK score of Echo, Disney Plus's new Marvel show, is going to be an 8.5, because we round up on these things. Unfortunately, DJ is still kind of working on his computer problem, so he was not able to give us his official score. Unless Devin's going to try to get it from DJ right now. Unfortunately, DJ was not able to be here for, a majority of this episode because he kind of shit out. Thankfully, I can't believe, Devin, that we were even able to do this episode considering the weather we're having here in Portland. And we survived. We did it, dog.
I'm like desperately hoping that my download of Baldur's Gate 3 like finishes right now. So if the internet goes out, I can still just play that
game. That's totally fair, dude. Well, anyways, so we're going to go ahead and get things going here. You guys, please, we're a podcast episode, so let us get through our outro and then we can raid out from here. Just give us a quick second here. In the meantime, though, let's talk about our schedule for next week, Devin. Next Tuesday, we have another Good Kraken podcast. We're going to be doing our official 2024 Fantasy Critic Draft. So we're going to be able to go in, talk about the results from last year, and get ready to pick our games that we're fantasy drafting this year. That's going to be a packed up episode that I'm very excited to do with you guys. Next Thursday, we have another episode of the Shipwreck Show. Please come in 7 p.m. If you are part of our Discord channel, which you can go to by clicking that link there in our chat. our Discord channel, and you are a Twitch subscriber, we allow our Twitch subscribers in our Discord to write in questions for the Shipwreck Show. Anything that you want to ask us does not have to be about movies and nerd shit. You can ask us anything your little heart desires. And for the ones that have what we feel will make the best content, we will answer live on the Shipwreck Show in the best and worst possible ways that we possibly can. So please come in, hang out with us. It's going to be 7 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday. And then next Friday, we have another Splash Damage gameplay stream where I will be playing Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
That game looks fun.
So excited for that fucking game. I'm waiting to see if Garrick planned on coming in to hang out with me on Friday for that, but we'll see. Anyways, that's gonna be 7 p.m. Pacific time as well. And then next Saturday we have another Good Kraken podcast. We're gonna be talking, can Disney Plus fix its problems? Because unfortunately, we got some announcements the other day that Disney Plus and Pixar specifically has laid off a bunch of fucking workers because unfortunately Disney Plus is still not profitable. And we're going to be talking all about that next Saturday. That's going to be 12 p.m. Pacific time right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. Anyways, guys, again, let's get through the outro here. We'll rate out. But please, everyone at home, tell us what your thoughts of Echo on Disney Plus were. Let us know what your ratings are. Let us know if you actually enjoyed the choreography in the show because we thought it was fucking badass. We want to hear from you guys because this has been the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you enjoyed the show, you can also head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics, get exclusive content, and soon have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services across the digital sea.
Yarg.
Thank you, sir. It was very sensual. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Thank you, sir. I think you were muted when you said that, but that's fine. Review. Thank you, sir. There you go. Anyways, guys, until next time, my friends, be good to each other.